Hello everyone, and welcome to the Great White North. Last full episode, I ended up starting out trying to build uh, the permanent factory, and just before this, I did a digging episode, which I am going to try and do another digging episode and see how it goes. I did get quite a bit of material dug out here with this little platform that I've got, which should be good. I'm just gonna keep going at this digging and see how it goes. Some of the stuff that's from last time should be processed by now. But I just want to get as much as I can gathered, and especially being able to clear out this deposit here and see how much of this deposit is workable. Because what I might do after this is bring it down by a layer or two and then continue digging into it and slowly work my way down until at least that I get the main, like the new factory built and the garage completed, because at that stage I would like to start digging into this area from below instead of trying to work my way down. Is start at the bottom and work my way up. And whether that's like doing ledges and doing a full open pit mine, but having dirt ledges that we take out a chunk at a time, I don't know, because a lot that requires a lot of practice with vehicles that I am not as comfortable with. So I mean, on the other side of things, it might end up getting me enough practice to start using them. So I mean, there is that. But for now, I'd like to just keep digging away at this, and this is going to be a longer video as well, so word of warning, if you don't like longer videos, you may not want to continue watching. Or you might, I don't know. Some of it might be interesting, some of it might not be. It'll just be me digging and rambling on about nothing and everything all at once. So if you like digging, if you like watching me dig, then it should be enjoyable for you. If not, then well, I mean, there's lots of videos out there I'm sure you'll enjoy. Alright. It may also have lots of periods with me not talking at all as well. So, word of warning, may not talk about things. I mean, I don't really have a list of things that I... Because I'm recording this, but I basically am... This would normally have been a stream, which, if I was planning this out as a stream, I'd probably have a list of things to talk about, or at least have an idea of what I was planning on talking about, but I don't. I wasn't planning this as a stream. In fact, I was originally not even going to record it, because I was thinking that nobody would be interested in me just digging, but I figured I might as well just record it, and if nobody likes the video, well, I guess I won't do that. I won't record them again, and if it is something that people enjoy, then, well, why not? I'm gonna be digging anyways, so whether I record it or not, or have it on a stream is no different. The outcome is still gonna end up being the same. And the only thing that's really holding me back right now for streaming is my network and internet capabilities. Something is causing it to drop frames, and I don't know if it's an internet issue or whether it's my network that's the issue. Because I was doing streaming ages ago, but it was also very early in the morning, so I didn't get anybody paying attention to them anyways. But it was mostly just the streaming that I did before was basically just I felt like playing a game and decided that if I was going to be playing anyways, I might as well just turn on a stream and broadcast this me playing. But as you can probably tell, since I did zero planning whatsoever for these, that nobody really wanted to pay attention to them. So, and being, you know, at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every morning, it didn't really have a lot of people that were interested in watching it. So I did try briefly, unsuccessfully I might add, to stream, but that failed miserably because of dropped frames. After about 2 minutes, my whole stream dropped. It thought I was disconnected because it dropped so many frames that it thought I wasn't connected anymore. And then I tried doing it again, but it was still really laggy. But I mean, I don't think it's my system or setup that's the issue, because I wasn't dropping frames because of rendering. It was network drops. So the recording was perfectly fine, but or recording is perfectly fine. I mean, I'll get the occasional drop frame, but I mean, I'm talking like 2 to 3 frames within a 1 hour recording, which could be anything from just background system things kicking in and messing with the recording, or it could be just minor glitches in the connections to the whatever drive that it was trying to record to. So I don't think it's a system issue. And as well, I'm not even using the same computer to record and play on, because I have so it's not even that. The computer that I have that I'm playing, I have a capture device that's recording the gameplay, or sending the gameplay through to another computer, which is doing the recording. So I really don't think it's that setup that's the issue, because the computer that I'm using to record that's the only thing that it needs to worry about is recording, and the computer that I'm playing on, the only thing it has to do is figure out how to play it. So I mean, I don't think that it's an issue of the system that I'm using, but, and since I'm not getting dropped frames on encoding or on rendering through OBS, it tells me that, and the only thing that I'm getting major drop frames on is network. It tells me that it's network something that's the issue. Now, I did recently change from using Wi-Fi to having it wired. So I'm hoping, because I was having other issues as well with network speed between devices, and I was only connected via Wi-Fi. You know, I've never been a huge fan of completely wireless setups, especially with networking. So, because like there is limits to how good a wireless connection will end up being. So I always prefer to have a wired connection to any device that I have. Which is partially the reason why I haven't upgraded my gaming machine yet, which I'd like to at some point. I mean, money is also the issue, but I mean, especially with the price of RAM nowadays. But my biggest hurdle is the fact that I can't find a motherboard that doesn't have what that is Ethernet only. That doesn't have Wi-Fi built into it. And I have yet to build a gaming rig that is Wi-Fi only, because I don't like the reliability that Wi-Fi has, especially if you're doing something that's as processing intensive as gaming. Now, maybe I just need to upgrade my Wi-Fi setup. But even with that, the price of an Ethernet cable versus the price of more powerful Wi-Fi just doesn't compare. I mean, even a Cat 8 Ethernet wire is, and a Cat 8 switch is just not as great as whatever the most latest, is it Wi-Fi 7? I don't even know what the maximum speed of that is. I mean, internet wise, the output to the actual internet is usually significantly lower on that anyways, so I mean it's not that big of a deal to begin with. But the reliability of Ethernet versus Wi-Fi, in my experience, just hasn't been fair. And the cost of it just doesn't seem reasonable to me, especially for a home setup. Now, if I was relying on it heavily to make money, that would be a different story, because I'm pretty sure that I could justify putting in the money to invest in something like that if I was actually making money with it, but I don't. So like, even the streaming that I was doing before, which was every day, different games every day, but still, it was every day. I didn't make any money off of it. It was just me streaming the games that I was playing, so it's not like it ended up being worth it to invest in anything. And even now, it's, as much as it's been nice to have more people paying attention to the content that I've been putting out right now, because I've switched from streaming to recording smaller episodes, it still isn't as much as I could potentially do, and especially not since, like, I need my channel to be way more popular, and well, I mean, it's all my fault because I'm boring, but I'm not interesting enough to, and my content isn't interesting enough to justify that. So I don't have any illusions to thinking that it's all everybody else's fault that my channel isn't successful. So, but I mean, if I had the kind of cash to float around or to throw around to improve that, and put money into redoing my wireless network at the highest speed possible, maybe that would be useful. But it's just, I would just much rather do wired. And on top of that, the walls and floors and ceilings of this house that I'm in are not really great for Wi-Fi or radio signals in general. I mean, I can't even get good cell coverage as soon as I end up getting into the house. So, most of the time I have like 1 or 2 bars on the inside of the house, whereas as soon as I go out to the outside of the house, I've got full bars. So, trying to get Wi-Fi signal through these walls is, I don't know what they're made of, but apparently it's the kind of material that likes to block radio signals. I suppose it's helpful if I ever go into full tinfoil hat mode level of paranoia about something. It might be useful, but trying to get Wi-Fi signals through this house is not. Well, I mean, even with that, so I ended up having to. My parents are downstairs and I'm upstairs, but I had to set up my own network and run a wired network from downstairs to upstairs because I couldn't access their Wi-Fi from my room because of how bad the Wi-Fi signal was between floors. Mind you, it could be me as well, because I did radio waves and electronics around me don't really behave normally either. I can't even wear an Indiglo watch. Which I'm really upset about because when Indiglo was... The Timex Indiglo watches were out and it was big. I really wanted one. Saved up for one. And got one. And the battery died in a week. I was really disappointed. I thought maybe it was the watch that was an issue, so I ended up getting them to replace it. Replaced it, and again it died in a week. So I replaced the battery again, and I thought maybe it was me pressing buttons that, like, accidentally pressing the Indiglo button. That was the issue, so I was really careful about it, but no, didn't change anything, so... And that's the reason why I don't have... I can't ever have an Indiglo watch. Or a similar watch. Funny thing is, though, I mean, see, that's the thing, like, I have an Apple Watch, but I also use it a lot, so I can't even tell if the battery dying issue that I had with other watches is actually an issue with me, because I do find that I don't get the same use of battery out of my Apple Watch as other people. And I've always thought that, well, I'm pretty sure it's a lot to do with the fact that I use it a lot more than other people do, but I don't know. It might be that, whatever that issue is that with me draining batteries is part of it. I don't know. Of course, it could just be my perception of things as well. Might not actually be that. Alright. I don't know if I checked on how much money I have right now, or whether I should just keep digging away at this and see where I'm at. I don't need any more money for any blocks or anything so far, so I guess I can just keep digging away and seeing how it goes. I think I've gotten to the edge of this deposit, at the very least, or at least the upper limit. I don't think I've gotten to the southern limit of it yet. I mean, it would be nice if I could make some money off of pay dirt. But the one issue with the pay dirt is that you really need to be able to move a lot of it to make it worthwhile. Whereas individual materials, the actual ores, are a lot better for money. Well, the loader's finally low fuel, so I think what I might do is I'll do this. I'll refuel this first, at least, I guess. There we go. I'll dump this load. Get the fuel truck. Refuel the loader, and then switch back. I'm glad I got the fuel truck the last time. One of the last episodes, because that's super handy. That's one thing I really do wish we could do, is make our own fuel. For vehicles. Oh, right, yep. Nope. I'm losing. Forgot what I was doing. I need the rock truck over here. I wish we could save some money by making our own fuel. Because you can make fuel right now with a coal deposit. But unless there's something I've missed, and I mean, maybe you can let me know in the comments or something, but I haven't figured out a way to fill up the vehicles with the fuel that you can create. Because from what I can tell, the fuel that you can make by getting an oil derrick and then processing the oil into fuel is only useful for the fuel-powered generators, like the electrical generators. It doesn't seem to be able to refuel vehicles. But maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I just haven't figured out how it works. I don't know. But it would be nice if that was possible. I mean, you can kind of make your own... You can make your own concrete blocks. You can make your own steel blocks by digging ores and manually processing them into the materials that you need, which is nice. But we can make our own fuel, but I don't see a way of actually refueling. And one thing I didn't try is whether I could fill the fuel truck with it. That's something I didn't try. But I mean, there's no dump spot for it in the fuel truck. Whereas there is like an actual inventory spot for in the generators to put barrels of fuel into it. Oops. From what I can tell, be able to use the fuel in something, you need to actually have an inventory slot to put it into within whatever machine it is that you have. I suppose we also can't make our own factory components either, so I suppose that's like even manually you can't make them. You have to buy conveyors and smelters and all of that stuff, like the actual factory itself, not the not the manual workbenches that you craft in, but all the conveying setups. You can't manufacture anything like that. You have to buy it. So, I mean, I suppose there are things that you'd still end up having to buy, but I think it would be pretty cool if basically anything that you could build manually or that you have to buy direct, you could make it yourself, make a factory that made it. Maybe it's just me though. Well, I think instead of watching how much I have gathered, since I don't need any additional funds to be able to clear out the rest of this deposit, what I think I'll do is I'll just keep digging away at this deposit and getting it to the temporary factory, and then seeing once it processes everything, then I'll take a look at what's there. at how much money I actually made off of it. And I think the other thing as well is I might, yeah, but see, I was thinking maybe, because I was gonna do a mix of steel and concrete for the like the outer framework and um, the aesthetics of the um, the garage and the permanent factory, but now I'm wondering whether it's a good idea to because I need the permanent factory to be in place in order to create the basic materials that I need to manufacture manually the steel and concrete. And even concrete, you can't actually, like, concrete blocks are made in the cement mixer, which is just a workbench. But the concrete that you need to be able to make it, you can't create it in a factory. You have to create it in a manual wash plant, which I find odd, but whatever. Again, this game is in progress, so, and I mean, the automation aspect of a lot of things is only just designed, like all the smelting and everything, that's only just been added, so there's still other things that they might end up adding later anyways, so it's not that it won't exist, it's just it doesn't exist right now. So hopefully they can design that stuff in, because I really like that. But I guess we'll see. I mean, and as well, like, I kind of understand that it's not... This isn't a factory game. This isn't even like an ore processing game or even a making money game. It's all about digging, honestly. It's digging in a sand pit. I mean, That's just it. That's all the other stuff that you do is in order to maintain interest in digging in a sand pit as someone older than a 6-year-old. And I mean, my nephews will be just perfectly content with digging with vehicles in a real sand pit. They will be perfectly content with just that. Whereas adults need a little bit more substance. Or at least I do. Maybe I'm mind you, I shouldn't say that, because I mean I would be perfectly fine with just digging. I'm fine with that. But I mean, to a point, because digging dirt in a sand pit with these trucks can only be enjoyable for so long without wanting something else to it. Just curious, is this spillover dirt, or is this from when I was missing it before? It doesn't look like I've been missing dumping that in. But I haven't really been paying attention. And it's not a whole lot anyways if it was, so I don't think I need to worry about it too much. Alright. Where were we? Almost got this cleared out. Now, I'm not gonna end up going all the way through that ridge, and like through the mountain, because there's not much point to it. Especially since if I'm going through this to get pay dirt, I mean there's a lot of pay dirt in there that I could actually do it, but all down here I'm pretty sure has tons of pay dirt in there somewhere too. I don't know where that dirt is falling from. And my original plan was is to dig towards this area from the new factory, with using the new factory as the dumping point of all the material, and just coming from the bottom and digging my way up. So there's gonna be tons of pay dirt that I'm gonna get from it. Second of all is this is the starting loader and the starting rock truck. So, I mean, the amount of material that I can move at any point in time is limited. Whereas, especially if I can get to level 18, I think it's level 18? Yeah, level 18. I want to get this. I mean, theoretically, I could upgrade to this. Or this. Which one do I have? I think it's this one that I have. I don't remember which one's the really, really big one. Oh, I think it's these guys. It's not the L11 that I want. It's these guys. This one here. This is huge. One scoop of this one is the equivalent of this rock truck. So, I mean, maybe I could upgrade the rock truck too. What's this one? This is 30 cubic meters, whereas this one is 23. So I could probably upgrade the rock truck at some point soon as well. So that I don't have to make as many trips. But ultimately, what I'd like to get to is those bigger ones, which I guess level 18 isn't my ultimate goal. It's level 45 is my ultimate goal, which will be a very long way away, I guess. Oh, sorry. Forgot how to breathe. Oh, what was that? Okay. Apparently I don't know how to use this thing. But that will be a long way. Oh, what? Do I not know how to use my fingers anymore? But yeah, at that point in time when I'm starting to dig in there, the larger loaders and larger vehicles will be of benefit, of great benefit, and almost essential, because whoop, almost just dumped it out. The amount of material that I am going to need to move in order to clear out all of this stuff is gonna be ridiculous. So at that point, I'm gonna want to get a lot more cash going and get yep. I can't drive and speak at the same time. Multitasking is not my forte. I used to think I was good at multitasking, but turns out I'm not good at multitasking. I am good at multiple single tasking. And as long as that's at a manageable level, I can sort through those single tasks easily. I wonder if instead of aiming for enough to buy materials for the factory. What am I doing? I instead aim for enough that at the very least I can get a better rock truck. Because if I can get a better rock truck, and maybe even a better loader. Well, what have I got? What is this loader? This is the L10,000. Which is 7.3 cubic meters. Which is the same as the L10. Yeah, see, that's still the better one. I don't know what the difference is between those two. Is it just the way that they look? Uh, 200 liters and 16 liters per hour. 334.8 kilowatts. Oh, this is a lot more powerful, but it also uses a lot more fuel. So I don't know whether this one is actually a better one than the 10,000. I mean, it's obviously better than these guys here, because the actual load is better. I mean, this one's going to be a slight upgrade to the 10,000 anyways, because number one, it's higher power, it's better fuel use, and a higher capacity. So getting to level 18 and getting this guy is probably a good move regardless. I suppose getting to level 15 will let us get this guy here. Just 36 cubic meters. Versus... well, I guess it's not that much more than this. But it is going to be a lot better than this. And this is 7.3, so right now the 23 is divided by 7.3 is, yeah, just over 3 scoops of this will fill up the current rock truck. Whereas if at the very least we went to 30, that's over 4. So it gets, well, I guess it's only one more scoop, but does make a difference. Whereas a 36, what would the 36 be? 36 to 1. So that's almost 5. I wonder if we should aim for 15 instead of this one. Just jump to that. I mean, I'm already at level 11. So, I mean, that's another thing that I don't fully understand how to gain levels. Because I mean, I've only concentrated on digging. Oh, there was quests in here, wasn't there? Oh, I think I've completely forgotten about the quests. Because I think the quests will give you, they don't give you a lot of money, but they do give you XP. So, oops. I wonder if I should have been doing that. Although, I suppose... Oops. Suppose what I might do is look into the quests when a better factory is built, maybe? How do I get to quests? Quests. Yeah, see this, so I can... Yeah, see, there's like 15,000, 21,000. If I'm digging enough material, I shouldn't... Although this requires ore, which I'm already processing. Oh, logs? That's not very much for XP, though. What are these guys? See, even that's not really... This is more tutorial level than high level. Probably things that I should have done at the start. But things like this, especially gravel, coal, that I basically am not using at all. Might be useful. Well, this ore isn't a lot, so I wonder. What if I did this instead? Yeah, so I'm gonna turn this off. And then I'll dump this load. Because this should have iron and lithium in it. Theoretically. And it might even have aluminum. Because I do know that I did have aluminum ingots coming through. So I might have some. I should be able to do this. Return that. Iron ore, lithium, aluminum. Okay. Quests. Aluminum ore. Then I sell aluminum ore. Right? Oh, did I do that wrong? I don't know if that worked. I don't think I did that right. Lithium is 71. Yeah, I don't think I did that right. 71. So I have 33. I have 167 iron ore. Iron ore. Iron ore. There is no iron ore. Yeah, I think I messed that up. Oh well. Let's try this again. We'll do some digging and see if I can get enough. This is mostly iron though, because the edges of this deposit are either lithium or aluminum. So I might have been wasting all of the ores that I've been doing because of... Now, can I get a high enough level? Like, if I do enough quests, is that gonna end up turning into ingots that I need? I don't know. But the coal one seems to be the more viable one, and there's several coal nodes in this area. And I'll be getting a lot of coal. Alright. Just from digging out the garage alone is going to end up getting me a lot of coal, because there's a couple of coal nodes right in where I am digging the garage. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. I need to get into this and build this and see if I can get... Hopefully there's enough lithium in this, or in these deposits. I can test that out again. Or if there's more aluminum in it, that would be ideal as well. But I don't know enough about the quest process to really know. But I mean, if I can get enough experience to get some of those better vehicles, not only will it make it better to be able to dig out the materials that I need for the or at least this dig out the space that I need for the factory, but just being able to with the ultimate goal of being able to dig out the open pit mine that I eventually want to get here, will benefit from having the larger vehicles as well. So win-win in the long run. I'm wondering whether I just had a thought, which is not always a good thing. I wonder if I should add more storages to the setup that I've got. And use the fact that storages you can turn on and off their throughput. Which means that if I decide not... If let's say that I want to capture a particular ore, I can just turn off the storage before a smelter, and it should capture all of the ores. Before it goes through, right? then I can leave the whole factory on. I just need to turn the storages on and off. And it shouldn't take me much to do. Even for the temporary one. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I like that idea. There are 3 input points. There, and there. So I need... I don't have any storages right now, so I will buy 1, 2, 3 storages. Did that? Okay, good. All right. Let me get rid of this dirt for now. And so this gets cleared, this gets cleared. I need to put a storage here. Then a smelter, a rolling, a bar roller. So a smelter, a bar roller, and another okay, so this will only send things through the smelter if I turn this pass-through on. So as long as I turn this, keep this pass-through off, the raw ores will go into this first. Then I need to do the same thing with this. So storage. Apparently I turned it off at the wrong time. Let's... that. So I need smelter, bar roller, storage. And the same thing here, so storage, smelter, smelter, bar roller, storage. Okay. I think that's good. I'm gonna hang on to these for now, I think. And that should be fine. I'll keep it in my inventory for the time being. Up there, up there. I'm gonna put these over here. I'll sell the melted whatever it was, and then consume that. Turn this on. So as of right now, this should process everything correctly. Sort it where it needs to go. It'll even process the pay dirt through the wash plant and separate that out. But it's going to give me ores instead of processed ores. Yeah, see, it's giving me lithium here as lithium ore, not lithium parts. And the same with this. It's iron ores and silicon ores. So, that's good. Now I just have to dig a bunch more. And then, what are these quests? I haven't even gotten into copper. I don't know where a copper node is. I probably have to go traveling around the map to figure out where the copper ore is. Aluminum ore. Didn't have any. I don't know how much lithium there was. Silicon we should be getting from processing the this is weird. Yeah, silicon we should be getting from processing the pay dirt, I think. Because I think the silicon and gold ore is from that. But I might be wrong. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up again. It's not as important. Mind you, I wonder if I should look for another ore node besides this one and see if I can get some different ores and see if the quest will work better for those. I suppose it all depends on whether I can figure out how the questing works. I mean, if the questing doesn't work all that well, I don't know if I've heard any feedback from anybody as far as any of the YouTubers that I follow. But I mean, I don't follow a lot of YouTubers for out of ore. So, I'm not really sure. And the few YouTubers that I have followed for out of ore haven't really used the questing. I think the only person that did use the quests when he was doing a series was Splitsy, but I mean his main content is SE for the most part. Not Out of War, but he did do a series with Out of War with Capac and his community, which was definitely an interesting series. If you don't know about him, definitely look him up. I don't remember if it was on his Splitsy channel or whether it was on his alternate channel, which is Flipsy. It starts with an F. Flip. Flip side. It was definitely a fun series when he ended up having it. He ended up doing it before they ended up adding the automation in for ores, and basically there's like a lot more of the factory units, so they stopped playing it because it was a lot more work to get money in a reasonable amount of time. But Capac was Capac? Yeah, I don't know. Capac was mostly the one that ended up using the materials for the questing to get their levels up, but that was mostly at the start of the series. Then kind of funny. I like Splitsy's channels, and I enjoy a lot of the series that he has. Mostly the Space Engineers ones. I haven't really followed the other ones, but I enjoy the ones where he is playing with Kappa more than the series that he does on his own. That may be weird. I haven't watched any of Kapak's channels, or any channel that he has. But I will watch Splitsy's channels when he's playing with Cap. May sound weird, but they have a lot of fun together. So it's really fun to watch the two of them interact. I don't know what it is. It's just... I don't know either of them. I only end up following them on their channels, so I don't really... I'm not endorsing them or anything like that, but I do find their channels... the channel's fun. The series... well, whatever series that they end up using when they're together, so it's... yeah. Well, I think that is all of that. Because I think I've exposed the entire node that's here. For the most part. So I don't know whether to keep digging more along here or whether I should take it down a level. I mean, I'm gonna end up having a lot if I'm digging for the pay dirt, which I suppose if I'm gonna try to do the questing, I don't know what stuff I get from the pay dirt. I mean, obviously you get dirt from pay dirt because that's one of the byproducts of it, but I don't know if ah, talking too much, I guess. Um, where's the wash plant? Because that will tell me. We're in the sluice box. Sluice box should tell me. Okay, so no, I get silicon ore from that. Yeah, silicon. That's what I was looking for, because that's one of the... Isn't that one of the quests? Yeah, silicon. There. So yeah, so I can get some silicon from that. So if I concrete, um, so I'll dig for a little bit of the pay dirt, maybe. Clear out a little bit more of this and flatten it out a bit. And then after that, I'll take it down one more layer and then try and get a little bit more of the ore. I mean, as much as I'd like to start digging from there, if I can take this down layer by layer, even if it's like 2 block levels at a time, number one, it'll end up getting me some more materials. I can try and use that for the, and with that in mind, I wonder if I'll do this as well. And just head this way. And clean out some of this. This is all dirt. But I mean, if I start back here and go down one layer at a time here, then I can clear out all of this and all of this and take it right to there, maybe. And make it a very large open pit mine. Although I think I'm gonna change this stat build. Just because I am finding with the grid building, when you're doing this, it will sometimes guess that you're wanting to put it in like a layer below, and then you're still placing it, but you're placing it in the middle of dirt. And I don't want to have to dig them all out to do that. So, alright. But I think that's what I'm going to end up aiming for next, is to try and see if I can at least play around with some of the questing. I don't think it'll end up getting me much in the way of money, but it should get me a bit of XP. Which, if it can get me some XP and raise the tier that I'm at, and get me some better vehicles that give me access to better vehicles, it will open up a lot more possibilities for me, I think. One thing that I was thinking of as well with the garage is, I don't know if I mentioned this when I started doing the garage, but I'd like to not sell any other vehicles. And if I upgrade a vehicle, what I'd like to be able to do is have the old vehicle permanently parked in the garage, so that the garage becomes kind of a museum of the vehicles that I've used, as well as a place to store all the vehicles that I'm not using, if that makes sense. Is it necessary? No. In fact, I could sell the vehicles that I upgrade from and make it easier to buy new vehicles. But I thought that it might put an interesting spin on things, in that I can't just leave vehicles lying around. I have to store them somewhere. And where I have to store them, I have to build something. Which is the garage. I thought it might force me to do some building and some aesthetic stuff instead of just dig everything. I might be getting a little too obsessed with the garage, since I feel like I'm just digging all of this just to be able to afford to put in vehicles that I can't afford to upgrade from. But again, we'll see. I don't know. That was the original premise, but whether I stick to it or not, I don't know. I mean, as I get farther to the end of, or at a level where I think that the series might end, I don't know if I will start selling off vehicles at that point in time to build capital so that I'm not spending all my time digging for the money, but I don't know. I started a new company for this as well. Well, the reason why I ended up starting out with nothing, with no XP or anything, even though I've been playing for quite a while. I think I'm at like 180 hours of playing the game. I figured out that you're not limited to just one company. You can make as many companies as you want. So to start this series, I wanted a start from scratch series, like something that I wasn't going into it with already with millions and already had access to higher tier vehicles and all that stuff, because I think the other company that I have, because I only have two of them. One is this one here, which is only at 11 XP or 11 level 11. I think the other one that I had where I think I was level 60 with it, which had unlocked a ton of vehicles. And I didn't want to start with that. If I was going to start out a series doing videos on it, I wanted to start out scratch. Especially with a game like this where I haven't done any series on it before, so I thought it might be nice to start out scratch and show the grind from zero. If it's going to be a new series anyways. Which is part of the issue that I'm having is at this stage it's still a struggle to get anything, because you not only need to get the money for it, you need to get the experience to be able to unlock the vehicles that will get you better money. Like, not just being able to purchase the vehicles, but like just having access to those vehicles to purchase is an issue. As I was figuring of this being the first of many episodes, what I might even do is only do this series in the winter. I don't know. The reason why I was thinking of starting this one is just because of the fact that it is a really snowy winter uh, this year, and I liked the idea of this map being a snowy map. What's this? Ooh, that is a lot of aluminum. Ooh. Well, why is it telling me that I just discovered it? I've been selling tons of it. Oh, but I wasn't selling ores. Right. I'd already processed it. So even if you that's weird. So even if you process silicon, you won't get recognition for discovering silicon until you pick up the ore? Huh. Weird. Oh, whatever. Skill tree. Oh. I had skill tree stuff that I could unlock. I forgot that this was here too. Uh, oh, what an idiot. Oh well. Well, let's unlock a few things. Let's run speed. Better credit score. Oh, that's only if you're using loans. So no, I don't want that. I don't really care about run speed either. But this stuff. More rewards from quests. Better prices and yeah, better store prices. Yeah. 50 so reduce purchase cost by 5.5%. So all of this stuff that I have been buying like crazy, I could have saved money with them. Okay, well, live and learn, I guess. Which do I want to go towards? Better return in production. Yeah, I definitely do want those. I do want better store prices, but I also want better experience. Yes, I do. Improve automated systems to separate high value ore from waste. So this should get better valuable ores. Not just okay, I think that's good. Because theoretically, because company, it's not what. Where do I get more skills? Where do the skills come from? Is that from experience and levels. So theoretically, if I gain more levels because I gain more experience from quests and stuff, I should get more skill points, which means I can upgrade this stuff more, right? Well, we'll see. Doesn't seem to be that much better. Is it? Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. I don't know, because high demand for lithium. Okay, so I am now doing the lithium one. So how much lithium do I need? 71. Oh, I don't have enough. So I only have 47 anyway, so that's not gonna work. Can I cancel this? Yes. I don't lose anything, right? I want silicon. Yes. Working on silicon. And I need what? I need 66 silicon. So if I go to the store, is it possible to split this? Okay. What was it? I don't remember. 66. Yeah. Okay. So I was correct. 66. I sell 66. Quest is complete. But I don't... It's not a whole lot of XP for that. Seems not that great. I mean, if I can get coal, that's better. Because this is a painful grind. Like if I could finish several of these at once, that'd be one thing. But it honestly doesn't seem like it's a lot. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna bother with that. I don't think. Just doesn't seem worth it. I mean, maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but it just doesn't seem like it would be that useful. Um, Now, what am I at here versus this? So if I sell this, what do I get? Get 21,000 and XP does go up. Not by a lot, though. I mean, it seems to be better XP, but it is a massive grind. I mean, it's just easier to just dump the what you got into a do I get any XP from dirt? Yeah, looks like it. So even selling dirt will get me XP, so I mean it's not that bad. I don't know. Although that might just be it might just be more noticeable now that I've got those upgrades this on the skill tree. I don't know. I don't know. I like the idea of it, but I just those lower tier one or like the lower ones just don't seem useful at all. Like it's too much of a grind. And it's not like RPG grinding where you're just like wailing on slimes for 6 hours. It's like a lot of clicking. Because you gotta, like, to maximize it, you'd have to get the quest, then just put the exact amount of material that you need to sell it. Have the quest completed, then go back into the quest and accept the quest, and then go and get the exact same amount that you need. Now, if it's scaled based on how much you have, that would be good. It doesn't seem to do that. I mean, even with that, I've got bars. Why doesn't it ask me for bars? I got tons of bars. And if you gave me more XP for bars than before, that would be great. Because if it's scaled like that, that would be cool. But it doesn't seem to, and maybe I've only just maybe it's because I've only just looked at it. I don't know. Oops, my button. But I guess we'll see. Oh, I'm just looking at the time, and I just passed the 2 hour mark for this video, so I'm thinking I'm gonna cap it off at 2 hours. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe if you want to see more. Um, and definitely if you like these digging episodes, let me know if you like these more than the building episodes, and either like or leave a comment if you want to see more digging, or if you want to see more building, or if you want to see a bit of both. That's fine as well. Just let me know what you guys like. Because I mean, I'm gonna still be doing lots of digging, but if you guys don't want to see the digging and you want to see the building, then I'll do either digging off camera, or if I can figure out how to do video editing, I might be able to do some condensed ones, just time lapse some of the digging, if that is what you like. Or I mean, if you don't like the building, I can do time lapses of the buildings and just build it all at once, dig out everything, and then on camera, and then do uh, time lapses for building buildings. Up to you. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one, and bye bye.